What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. Well, it's Tuesday, August 18th, and so far the month has sunk. But just gotta keep moving forward. Anyway, let's see what we got. No real news today, so let's dig into the charts and maybe make better decisions today. Alright. So we've dumped considerably shifting structure in MES. So MES on the left, right, MNQ on the left. As always, let's dig into MNQ. Wow, that's quite a dig. Order block on the daily here that they're running towards, but they've swept their previous day low already, right here. And they swept that one as well. So I'm going to just note that this is the closest one they swept. There's one down here for a continued action. There's a bit of a fair value gap right here. Let's move this one for the time being. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, small fair value gap right here. They've paused at, but not stopped. Just paused at. Okay, and previous day low there. Let me just move that up and let's duplicate that. And let's grab a copy, plop it down here. So if they do choose to blow past this, then we have options down below. They dropped a ton, so I don't know. Maybe we won't even get an opportunity to get at anything. Pre-market drops for me are always a huge pain in the butt. Okay. Let's take a look at what's around us on the 4-hour. Any fair value gap that's been holding price up. We have this bigger one on the right here that we're digging into. Let's drop to the 1 hour. So everything's looking bearish at the moment. Let's, where's midnight? Right here. Wow, I'm getting good. So midnight open. It's there, we're well below it. And we can clean up some. I assume Asia lows have already been taken, so let's just, that's midnight, and London's in this general vicinity. Just going to note this as some buy-side liquidity, digging into that 1 hour fair value gap. So let's just do internal BSL. Oh, and let's make that blue. Okay. And I want to see how we behave in here. Seriously, every session, New York session open in the last 2 weeks has been a giant pile of crap. Let's be honest. So we'll watch this fair value gap here. We'll delete that. Previous day high. We'll double check that in a second. But 15-minute, very, very bearish. I mean, come on. They have not respected any bullish PDRAs on the way down. Let's go back to the daily really quickly and adjust the previous day high to up here. And I am honestly in a wait and see mode at this point because I would need, they've swept a bunch of liquidity. I would need them on the 15 to take this out, retrace back down, and start moving aggressively bullish, and then I would want something DP in this general vicinity here. Maybe pull that there. All right. So let's nip over to MES. Now we've shifted. We're in the process of shifting structure here and digging into this daily fair value gap right here. Let's nip to the 4-hour. Very bearish on the 4-hour. We swept out a lot of liquidity hold on. Let me just note previous day low has been swept quite aggressively. Previous day high is here. And we had liquidity under here. I'm just going to note it because I need to know that they swept like a ton of daily sell side liquidity here out the gate. So 4 hours. All right. So right now everything's looking pretty bearish, at least in the short term. Let's go to 1 hour. It's movement at open down to right here. Okay. All right. And London lows are down here now. London took that out. All right, let's duplicate this guy and drop this down here because, I mean, we're very bearish. So sweep up, come back down, take out London lows. Wouldn't be weird. I'm going to switch that to daily sell side liquidity. Already swept. And previous day highs up here, previous day lows, sorry, previous day lows up down there, previous day highs way up there. So, all right, so let's recap. So from a 15-minute perspective, we swept all of that, made new lows, London lows down here. Then we've started going a bit sideways, and we're just going to wait and see what we're working with. So right now we have bearish 15, bearish 1 hour, bearish 4 hour, bearish daily. So shorts, but my only concern is they've already taken the initial liquidity I would be interested in. So if I were to put this giant fair value gap in here, just to note that it exists. We also have a big gap down here if they want to, like, I'm going to repurpose this gap right here. It's just actually a giant fair value gap, but I'm just going to just note the volume imbalance for the time being. And let's see how we behave inside of this thing. Be nice if, let's check, the 4 hour fair value gap is just almost just as big. The 1 hour, we should have a couple of them. Yeah, so we've tapped into the first portion of it right here. And then we have plenty to dig into. So I'm going to leave that up. Targets could be midpoint of the fair value gap if we want to continue down, but they've dropped it significantly. I don't know if they're going to move again. I think, unless it's a double check, there's some news tomorrow. The FOMC meeting minutes, not that exciting. So don't know what they're going to do, honestly. Just got to wait and be patient. Part of my problem lately is I'm not waiting for my setup to fully form. And because of that, I'm taking losses. So that is entirely on me. Entirely. All right. Be good. Be safe. Shakira out.